It's like the greatest hits collection of missed layups. I can't even believe this is real. I just stumbled across of it. There's 2 different videos now floating around out there, and it's unbelievable.
Angel Reese has just executed one of the most audacious bluffs in WNBA history, demanding more pay or threatening to leave. However, her follow-up performance had fans speculating whether she was trying out for a home renovation series rather than showcasing her basketball skills. It wasn't merely a rough outing, it was a true showcase of bricklaying artistry on the court. After calling for superstar-level pay on her podcast, Angel Reese took to the court and ended up shooting just 5 for 13 in her following game. If that wasn't disappointing enough, one of her shots hilariously hit the bottom of the backboard as if it were trying to flee the gym. The timing couldn't have been worse for her case, yet it provided plenty of amusement for those with a taste for comedy.
Because I'm hearing, like, yeah, they don't give us, if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility.
I guarantee you, the intelligent folks, and there are plenty in the WNBA, are saying, will you two idiots just shut up? Sit out.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Let's break this down. Have you ever wondered what might happen if a WNBA player threatened to hold the entire league hostage over salary demands? Well, Angel Reese just provided the answer, and it's quite amusing. In a recent episode of her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, which honestly deserves a new title, Unintentionally Comedic, she teamed up with her partner in questionable judgment, Dee Carrington, to deliver one of the most dramatic ultimatums in league history. Instead of merely advocating for a pay increase, Reese boldly claimed that if her demands aren't met, she's prepared to boycott the league entirely.
I love how y'all have selective hearing. I said I'm hearing if they don't give us what we want, we sitting out. And that's the truth. Good.
This is the same person that literally said she didn't know what her WNBA salary was and that it didn't even cover her rent.
Angel Reese, who has yet to establish herself as a dominant player in the WNBA, believes she has the leverage to shake the league for better pay. However, there's a significant flaw in her argument. When your claim is that you deserve more money, the last thing you want is to turn in a performance that would make even recreational league players cringe. Unfortunately for Reese, that's exactly what transpired. While she was busy demanding superstar treatment, Caitlin Clark was busy proving herself as a genuine superstar, pulling in record-breaking ratings, filling arenas, and consistently making her shots. Meanwhile, Reese was turning layups into viral bloopers. So, is the WNBA really trembling at the thought of Reese's boycott threat? Or is she merely providing fans with another reason to chuckle? Stay tuned as we explore the most embarrassing moments, well, lowlights, from Angel Reese's so-called superstar run.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
More history for the FIBA rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
As Angel Reese took the court after her bold boycott threat, it seemed like the basketball gods were having a laugh. When you ask for superstar money, you need to perform like one, right? Unfortunately, Reese's game footage from that night resembled a how-to guide on what not to do when finishing at the rim.
Gets to Sykes, lofts it up. Reese on the cleanup. Power dribble to separate.
In a high-stakes matchup against Aaliyah Boston's Vinyl Basketball Club, Reese found the perfect chance to demonstrate why she merited a larger salary. Unfortunately, what transpired was a display of missed layups that was nothing short of alarming. We're talking about wide-open shots and point-blank attempts that didn't just miss. They hit the backboard with an embarrassing clank, as if her shooting mechanics were off entirely. This meltdown came just days after she expressed that her WNBA earnings barely covered her bills, leaving fans questioning if financial stress was affecting her game. At one point, it seemed her teammates were hesitant to pass her the ball. perhaps out of sheer embarrassment over the situation.
She just threatened the lockout. If y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out. This is why sometimes you probably should have somebody look over a podcast. She's threatening to go on strike. I actually understand it's the way negotiations work in the CBA, not on a podcast.
Let's take a moment to consider Reese's situation. This year, her rookie contract pays about $73,000 as part of a standard 4-year, $325,000 deal for WNBA rookies. However, Angel has pointed out that this salary barely covers her basic expenses. She went viral on TikTok, expressing her frustrations about the WNBA not even covering one of her bills. In a shocking revelation, she mentioned her $8,000 monthly rent, totaling an astounding $96,000 per year, far exceeding her entire WNBA salary.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Let me do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary.
While no one is suggesting that Reese shouldn't pursue her desired lifestyle, it's worth considering that if her rent exceeds her entire WNBA salary, perhaps the issue lies with her budgeting. Instead of reassessing her financial strategy, Reese doubled down on her threats of a boycott. She took to social media to emphasize her seriousness, making it clear that she's willing to sit out if her financial demands aren't addressed. It's a bold statement, but one that raises questions about her approach.
No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Here's where it gets even more amusing. One of Reese's major concerns is that future rookies, like USC's Jugu Watkins, could earn more than she does. Although this year's newcomers will still be on rookie contracts, those coming after them are likely to negotiate higher salaries, potentially earning more than current players like her.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
Oh, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
That isn't injustice, Angel. That's simply how professional sports contracts function. Reese signed a 4-year rookie scale deal, and even if the WNBA negotiates a new collective bargaining agreement that increases rookie salaries, she remains bound by her existing contract. This is standard across all leagues. Imagine if every second-year NBA player asked for a pay raise just because the salary cap increased. It doesn't operate that way.
Like, if I'm an NBA owner, I didn't get rich by wasting a couple million on something that has no chance of making money. These two, sit out, see what happens. Now, I would miss watching the Fever. I would miss watching Caitlin Clark, but I wouldn't miss anything.
Let's not forget that the WNBA lost approximately $40 million last season. They aren't generating NBA-level revenue. The league simply can't afford to alter contracts just because Angel Reese is unhappy with hers. It's essential to focus on performance. If she's asking for special treatment, she needs to play like an all-star. Right now, Reese is struggling, missing layups as if she's testing the backboard's structural integrity. If she believes she deserves a better contract in the WNBA, she's going to have to prove it on the court. As it stands, the only stat she's leading in is missed layups, which doesn't support her case for a pay increase. Let's get real about this situation.
Final as a club has not made a three-pointer. Grace turnaround, no good. Final third in the league in three-point field goals. Reese looks to stick with it, nabs it back. Angel Reese, no.
Here's the issue. The numbers present a stark contrast to Angel Reese's claims about being a key figure in the WNBA. When examining the ratings, it's evident that fans are tuning in for reasons beyond her presence. In fact, when she played without Caitlin Clark on the opposing side, viewership dropped significantly. This suggests that Reese's appeal might not be as strong as she thinks when it comes to attracting an audience.
Angel Reese last night, once again, had one of the worst shooting games in the history of planet Earth. For what's supposed to be a big? I mean, what in the hell is going on here? I understand her team won. I get it. 5 of 13 from the field. 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, only 10 points.
It appears that fans aren't tuning in to see Angel Reese miss layups and discuss her salary. They're seeking true star power, and we all know who that is. If Reese were indeed a major ratings magnet, her games would be sold out, her jersey would be a top seller, and fans would be clamoring for tickets to watch her play. Instead, it's Caitlin Clark, who is leading the WNBA in attendance, jersey sales, and overall viewership. Meanwhile, Reese continues to act as if she's the primary attraction for the league, despite her shooting percentage hovering around 39% and her tendency to miss layups that would make even a middle school coach cringe. It's time for a reality check regarding her impact on the game.
This is the same player that just came out and said, if they don't pay them the bag in the WNBA, we sitting out. Quote, we sitting out. What? I mean, after seeing her miss routine layups over and over and over again, I'm like, how the hell can this person possibly be demanding more money from anyone?
The montage of missed layups circulating online is one of the funniest things you'll see this year. We're talking about wide-open shots with no defenders nearby, yet she still manages to find inventive ways to miss. At this point, someone should investigate if the backboard owes Reese any money because she's been hitting it relentlessly.
Oh, Reese! 3-on-3, part 13, let's get it! Classic long two. Bang! PSA, no rims or backboards were harmed during the filming of this video. But viewers are encouraged to look away. Bang! What? Bang! I heard her say that she might sit out if the WNBA doesn't pay her what she deserves. I say $1 million for every missed layup is fair. Bang! They are stat petting queen properly. Fair wages for all. I repeat, fair wages. Remember, they're coming to see her. Long two, butter pecan. Bang!
The internet had a field day as clips of these missed layups went viral, with fans responding in a wave of sarcastic comments like, "Pay her please," and "Give her the max," appearing repeatedly under videos of her blunders. Some didn't hold back, calling Reese a bricklayer and questioning her offensive skills with remarks like, "She is so overrated," and "Ree is the only one I've seen make a layup look difficult." Let's get serious for a moment. This is not how you demonstrate your worth for a pay raise. Imagine walking into your boss's office to ask for a salary increase, then fumbling a straightforward task that's part of your job description. That's precisely what happened here. Reese called for a bigger paycheck while showcasing a highlight reel of missed layups. You really can't make this up.
Say what you want about Angel Reese. You can't tell me she isn't the star of every show every time she's on the court. I can't even hate on this. She's Larry, Moe, and Curly all at once. The Three Stooges. I mean, wow. Come on. I think the worst part is Lisa Leslie risked her legacy and credibility coaching her with no visible improvement so far anyways. Good God. Laugh out loud. But she gets rebounds. She's threatening leagues over pay.
While Caitlin Clark is captivating audiences in the WNBA with sellout arenas and record-breaking viewership, Angel Reese seems focused on demanding recognition rather than letting her achievements speak for themselves. Clark's stellar performances highlight the qualities of a true superstar, contrasting with Reese's approach. As Clark continues to elevate the league and showcase her talent, Reese may want to rethink her boycott strategy, as her absence might go unnoticed in light of Clark's impactful presence on the court.
And isn't she shooting like 35% from the field? Can somebody tell me who in the world watches a 35% shooter from the paint that is basically grabbing her own rebounds from her own missed shot?
When assessing star power, metrics like social media followers and podcast interactions can certainly appear noteworthy, but the true measure lies in actual viewership figures. In Angel Reese's case, the numbers reveal a narrative she may not embrace. The league she competes in, once full of potential, has seen viewer interest plummet to historic lows, with audiences falling under 100,000. This isn't just a minor setback. It's a significant drop that indicates fans are not inclined to watch her gameplay.
But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that.
The validity of Reese's claimed star power is further challenged when you consider that her highly promoted game couldn't surpass viewership of a college basketball matchup between UCLA and Nebraska on the Big Ten Network. When a professional game is outperformed by an ordinary college contest, it raises significant questions about her actual influence. If Reese holds the sway she asserts, it begs the question, why aren't more fans tuning in to watch her play? This discrepancy casts doubt on her marketability.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip, nothing.
This lack of interest isn't limited to the unrivaled league. WNBA attendance figures reflect a similar trend. Games featuring Caitlin Clark consistently draw large crowds, while those led by Angel Reese struggle to attract fans. Empty arenas and low TV ratings paint a clear picture. Clark, not Reese, is the key driver behind the rising popularity of women's basketball. While Reese focuses on contract negotiations and making demands, Clark adopts a more humble approach. Rather than positioning herself as the catalyst for the WNBA's growth, she expresses gratitude for the league's progress. In a recent interview, Clark remarked, "I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I believe many people would be surprised by its current status." This stark contrast highlights a fundamental difference. One player issues ultimatums, while the other acknowledges and appreciates the journey, fostering a more positive connection with fans and the sport.
I mean, I'm not huge on comparing the WNBA and the NBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think a lot of people, or most people, would not believe it's in the place that it is right now. So I think when people always ask me this question, where I think it'll be in 5 years is it's hard for me to answer because people didn't even think we'd be right here right now. And I think really sky's the limit. I think when you see, our TV numbers when we're on, national television, we're averaging over 1 million viewers or whatever it is. The All-Star game, I think, was over 4 million viewers. It's just really great numbers. So the more opportunities we're given, I think the more it's going to shine and get better and better. I think also the talent level in college is continuing to get a lot better, and as those players come into the league, and it's going to continue to improve. We're adding 2 new teams next year, and then probably another team year after that.
Some more games.
Yeah, more games, which I think will be good. It will lengthen the season a little bit more.
While Angel Reese threatens boycotts, Caitlin Clark concentrates on improving her game. Instead of demanding special treatment, Clark uses her off-season to refine her skills and prepare for her second year in the WNBA. She prioritizes elevating her performance over simply chasing a higher paycheck. This difference in mindset highlights a stark contrast. One player operates on the belief that she deserves more based on hype alone, while the other recognizes that true value stems from consistent effort, results, and contributions to team success. So, who is genuinely responsible for the surge in interest surrounding women's basketball? The data speaks for itself. Reese's assumption that she is a significant draw for viewership doesn't hold up when examined alongside the numbers. In contrast, Clark consistently breaks attendance records, dominates television ratings, and pushes the league's popularity to unprecedented levels. This isn't a fleeting trend, it's a clear and definitive statement. Caitlin Clark, not Angel Reese, is the central figure behind the current explosion in women's basketball. This assertion is supported by concrete metrics, whether it's in ticket sales, TV ratings, or merchandise demand. Clark stands out, while Reese continues to underestimate her actual influence.
I will continue to use my voice to speak for what we want and deserve as a league. Thank you. No, that's not what you did. You said me, I. They're going to get more than us. I deserve more, blah, blah, blah.
The undeniable truth about the rapid growth of women's basketball is encapsulated in cold, hard statistics. While one player makes headlines with demands for higher pay, another is quietly selling out arenas and breaking viewership records. As one analyst succinctly put it, if I'm an NBA owner, I would miss watching Caitlin Clark, but I wouldn't miss anything else. This statement highlights the reality that Clark's influence far exceeds that of those who claim equal importance in the WNBA's success. The future of women's basketball isn't being built on podcast rants or empty threats. It's being shaped by genuine talent, authenticity, and a player who allows her performance to make the statement. The contrast is stark. Humility versus entitlement, substance versus spectacle. Fans are making their preferences known through their viewership, ticket purchases, and overall engagement. The numbers are clear. Now, the pressing question remains: will Angel Reese ever recognize this reality, or will she continue to ride her own hype while the world progresses without her? What are your thoughts on this? Share with us in the comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.